Lynette Oxley here for Tax Shack Tactical TV. I'm here with Paul and Uji, which you can't see on the camera. Welcome, Paul.
Hi, Lynn. Hi, viewers. Okay, so we literally just charged in here. Just got back from Pretoria. We were at John Welch. I don't know if you've got the Saga Chairman, the Saga founding Chairman, John Welch, passed away last week, and we had his funeral today. So
he made a huge contribution to. I'm sorry.
You can hear my dog though.
Which no.
Where's the ball? He's put the ball somewhere.
Oh well, we can't get it now.
We can't help it now, my boy. Okay, so anyway, so he made a huge contribution. It was, you know, and I was just reflecting and listening to the guys with it delivering the eulogies. And I've known him for 7 years. I've known him for 15 years. I've known him for 30 years. I first met John Welch when he formed Saga in 1985.
Yeah.
He invited me and another member of the Northcliff University Shooting Club to the formation.
Who was the other guy from
No.
Can you remember?
No, it wasn't Corey. It was. My thumb's broken.
I remember the
No,
story.
you just got to hold the gun tighter. Okay, so that's another story entirely. But turns out his thumb was broken. So anyway, so we attended at John's. John used to be based in the Poynton building in Pretoria. He was a senior state prosecutor, and the very first Saga meeting, the founding meeting, was held in those offices. So and we attended that, and of course, this, you know, one thing led to another. We carried on that for a couple of years, and then the bunch of misfits that I'm attached to became disenchanted when Saga used to have regional structures. And the regional structures, this was before the days of the internet, before the days we could talk to you directly like this, before the days we could chat on Facebook groups and stuff like that. So we then the Saga closed down the regional structures. It was the closing down of the regional structures that prompted the formation of what became GOSA. So there was the Western Cape guys that decided to form what has now become GOSA. So we've been in this fight for a hell of a long time, almost 4 decades with John. And yeah. Anyway, it was a passing. You know, that still brews like on a man verby. That line from, I think it was C. Louis Leipold, I think it was. Anyway, but it was the ending of an era. It was poignant. But it was an opportunity for us to get together with all of the rest of the old guard, the guys from NOXA and etc.
So it was interesting. One of the girls on fire, Michelle van der Merwe.
Yes, Michelle was there.
I didn't know that the connection, and apparently something that I didn't know about John is that he actually did promote firearm ownership a lot for women and younger people. So apparently in the last couple of years he's been very much involved in that.
Yes. So we met some old friends there that we haven't seen before in 20 years, maybe.
Yeah.
Hi, cooks. Strange people came out of the woodwork. Because John, as part of his career as a senior state prosecutor, he was deputy head of the National Prosecuting Authority. He ran the Special Investigating Unit for a while. He
worked on a consulting basis for Protea Coin, which I also didn't know.
So when he retired, he's now made his crust by consulting for Protea Coin. So it was nice seeing everybody again in one place and touching base and Chaz Lotter, you know, Chaz was instrumental in GOSA 10 years ago, elbowing their way into Parliament, and essentially the birth of the modern GOSA. And Chaz has been very, very ill. But he was there, and he looked in good spirits. So that was nice to see people like that. Also, sorry guys, if you GOSA historians and where we came from, I heard also from Martin Hood that one of the forerunners of GOSA was the South African Firearms Forum, which was an email-based list where we basically coordinated the writing of letters to editors of newspapers. And the guy who ran that was a guy by the name of Alex Holmes, who used to be one of the doyens of the retail firearms industry. He had Roy Swaden's in Johannesburg. He was one of the partners in Roy Swaden's, and one of the bigger gun shops of the 80s and 70s.
Jeffrey Southern was involved there somewhat. No, wasn't he? Okay, then I'm confused.
And Alex Holmes passed away apparently on the 1st of January. So condolences to families and friends out there.
A lot of big people in the firearm industry.
A lot of big trees have fallen. It was a good opportunity for us to put our heads together with the people. Yes, it was
our condolences to his family.
Somber and sobering, but nice to see the people that are still around and that are still doing the work. In any case, so we attended on behalf of GOSA and on behalf of Girls on Fire. So yeah, we were there. We represented. So I spoke to Martin also. I've been speaking to Martin for the last week. He's released a couple of videos, and one of the videos that he released was in response to Claire Taylor's comments last week in an interview, where she said that firearms aren't property. So Martin then released a video referencing this, and Martin brought up two very good points. Back in 1991, in a High Court, a Supreme Court action, firearms were explicitly determined to be property. Even if they've been stolen from you, they are your stolen property. And Claire was trying to phrase the whole thing as, once you've lost your firearm, it's no longer yours, and blah blah blah, and you've been, you're somehow guilty by association, and you're drawn into this and that and the other.
You're guilty if your firearm is there and you're
yes,
not.
And Martin made the point very well, I thought, in the video that I saw. Unfortunately, he couldn't provide us with a video because he's experimenting with how to do videos at the moment, and I chatted to him about that a bit. And he couldn't provide us with it for this. It's about a 2-minute video, 2.5-minute video. We will get it. He is going to give it to us, and we will put it on the Facebook group for you to have a look at. So it references this 1991 case, and it references the 2 years ago the Fidelity case, where again the full bench. So a full bench of the Constitutional Court. I have to make this clear. The Constitutional Court is our supreme judicial body. Okay, there is no appeal beyond the Constitutional Court. This was a full bench in the Fidelity matter. We were obviously we were advocates in the matter, so we were involved. We advanced points which the judges used and thought were helpful. But it was a full bench decision that decided in terms of the Fidelity matter that firearms are property. Even when the licenses expire, they are still your private property. They cannot be alienated from you. You cannot be alienated from your property. It is still your property. Even if the police confiscate it, it's still your damned property. So there's GOSA is dealing with a matter right now. I was consulted on it this morning before we left for the funeral, whereby a gentleman, or a member of ours, a gold member, gave in his firearm in the amnesty in 2021, I think it was, and he applied for the license, for a new license for it, and he got a new license for it. Went to the cops, and the cops said, "Ooh, yes, yeah, so the firearm's gone. Sorry, it was sent to be destroyed."
That's not right.
So now the gentleman has put in is talking to us, and we put in a claim for compensation. He must now be compensated for his property was destroyed in error by the SAPs. They admit he's sitting with a license for it. They issued a license
and destroyed it. And not even talking about the process that he had to go through.
Exactly. So he's now, we're helping him now to pursue this because that was his property. So all of this becomes part of the same picture. You cannot be alienated from your property, no matter what. And if you are alienated by error of the police or whatever, they have to pay you compensation.
So this will be quite a landmark decision.
This will be quite interesting to follow, guys. So keep an eye on it. And again, it speaks to that point that Claire Taylor was running off at the mouth about that once your firearm you hand it to the police, it's no longer your property. Bullshit! It's still your property. It's your private property. They cannot take it away from you. If they do take it away from you and they destroy it by accident, oops, it's probably sold out the back door of the police station. But if they do take it away from you, you're entitled to compensation. So that goes back to one of the early GOSA issues where we, in the Cape High Court, we fought a case for compensation for firearms which were handed into the police. And we won initially, and then the police took it on appeal, and a full bench of the Western Cape High Court decided that we weren't entitled to compensation. So the fidelity matter overrules that completely, blows it out the bloody water. The fidelity matter fixed the problems that we had when our interdict was overturned by the Supreme Court of Appeal in one of the most foolish judgments that I've ever seen, where the Supreme Court of Appeal, under our current Deputy Chief Justice, Mandisa Meyer, took me on personally. Took it as an opportunity to attack me and to attack Judge Prinsloo, one of the most respected jurists of High Court jurists that South Africa's ever had. So anyway, the fidelity judgment effectively tried to undo some of that harm, and to a large extent did, by ordering that your firearms, your possessions, even when the licenses expire, you can apply for a new license. So yeah, geez, we're going back in the annals of history here, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we are going to get Martin's excellent video, and we are going to post it. And give credit where it's due. It brilliantly explains it, and it goes to the heart of the matter, and it destroys Claire's point. Completely destroys Claire's point.
Claire's never been very clever, though.
No, I don't want to say it. I don't know. No, you know what?
I'm not being nasty now.
You know, you don't mock the mentally ill. It's not nice. Bad girl. Down.
I could remember who was actually went and put a sticker on her car. I would never.
Oh, jeez.
I just don't know.
One of the previous incarnations of GOSA law.
Yeah.
Put a
GOSA has your 6.
GOSA has your 6 bumper sticker. No, it wasn't her car. It was Adele Kirsten's car.
Okay, that's right.
It was outside a TV studio somewhere.
Oh, we don't know nothing.
We know nothing. Yeah. Anyway, so we've got another bunch of exciting things that we want to talk to you guys about here quickly, just very briefly. We've got a whole bunch of training and events, small training events that GOSA is going to be hosting. We are
and Girls on Fire.
And Girls on Fire. Sorry. So as you know, we're sitting right now in the premises of Tax Shack. GOSA rents most of the offices from Tax Shack. Attached to Tax Shack, Tax Shack is building a new facility, a training facility, an underground shooting, or 2 underground shooting ranges, a big training facility, and a large vault. Circumstances have transpired that we are going to need that vault space in about 2 months' time, which is going to force Tax Shack to finish the development that they were doing, the underground development they were doing, in the next space of the next
which will be a
month and a bit.
Nice small
And
training facility.
that is going to give us a venue to be able to do this training. So we're thinking of, we want to run training here on a weekly basis, at least, if not more than that. We can train at night, but it's not just firearms training. It's going to be stop the bleed. It's going to be
hijack
avoidance.
We're going to do. We're talking about cyber security. So
we've got some excellent volunteers, volunteer lecturers. The well-known private investigator Mike Ballhays.
Bravo Tactical.
Bravo Tactical. A whole bunch of people are going to play a role in this. And we'd like to keep little events going all the damn time. And then, of course, we've got the big event in March.
And then the other big event in August.
And another big event in August. And we're going to fill in then with a whole bunch of Hannes and I were discussing yesterday, as a matter, or day before yesterday. The GOSA trailer is going to be revamped a little bit. Look, it's been on the road for 2 years. It's done very well. Last year in the Western Cape in February, we managed to snap the chassis. But it made it back here all the way.
So somebody else will have to. I had your 6. This time I'm not going with. I hope Montanique and them that's going with you will have your 6 this time.
So Lynette has to look after the dogs this time.
And the business.
And the business, that's the small matter of the business. So we're taking a big team down to Cape Town again. But before we go, we've got a whole bunch of exciting things which you're doing with the trailer. The trailer was quite an innovation. Those of you who have seen it, but the deck is a bastard.
The fact that nobody's been killed with that
I think the deck fell on you last year at Draftdag in Pretoria.
I'm still here though, thank
So
you.
the whole thing is to try to make the deck a little bit less lethal. Listen, if that deck falls on somebody, we carry a spade around in the trailer for a very good reason. We just bury the person right there because there's no way we're lifting the deck. We've got a very exciting development program with changing the trailer. Perhaps what we'll do is we'll put that up as a do-it-yourself tips thing on the website on the Facebook group.
And a progress video.
Progress videos. Yeah, there we go.
But there's hell of exciting things happening.
There's nice things happening, guys. We've come out of a difficult patch over the last 2 years.
Absolutely.
And we're coming out of it with our flying.
Girls on Fire
has been
absolutely
such a win.
The Girls on Fire has got a massive meeting with some people in Cape Town. Hannes will still have to work out how we're going to involve the Cape Town people.
Yeah.
But we are having a planning meeting. So lots of next Saturday.
Next Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think after that we'll be more sure about what's going on.
Sure.
It's exciting things happening.
Yes.
I feel really positive for 2024.
Guys, anything else?
I think that's it from my side.
Yeah, I think
been rushing around like crazy in the last couple of weeks. It's been huge. I've been busy with training, which has taken up most of my time.
So keep your eyes also out if you're, our colleagues at Tech Shack will be advertising some very interesting opportunities, which we're going to run alongside our new. You will require. Let me put it this way. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but you will require dedicated status in order to take part in this. Fortunately, GOSA'S has developed their dedicated status and endorsement letters along with our partners NAFO. So the new GOSA membership system, which we're busy introducing everybody to right now as we speak, is going to comprise that. You'll be able to do your dedicated status, you'll be able to do your endorsement letters, etc., etc., etc.
And then from the other side, you'll be able to actually put your documents together through the
whole
partners.
document pack together with their motivation and blah 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 blah, and slap it off. the system is looking to be very, very, very nice. Very nice. Better than anything on the market. I hate to sound like Donald Trump, but yeah, better than it's ever been. The greatest thing you've ever seen. Anyway, it's going to be like that. It's going to be, you know, it's stuff that kind of we've worked to build, and we've dreamt of for years about how to create this perfect environment, and it looks like we're going to get there. So so we've got a lot of exciting stuff happening, guys. Stay tuned to the Facebook group. We'll announce stuff from about the partnerships and the cooperation agreements that we have with various people, including with Tax Shack and Tax Shack training, in order to get the training for the appropriate competence, the appropriate proficiency to partake in this special offer. Yeah, guys, it's good stuff.
And if you have any questions on membership, speak to Monty.
Speak to Monty. Just stamp your foot twice and say Monty, 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 and she'll appear.
Anyway, is that it?
Guys, have a great weekend.
Cheers.
Bye.